your day of celebration, and I can identify with your profound sense of academic accomplishments. To the entire graduating class of 2012, I extend my warmest congratulations to you on reaching this awaited milestone. I pay tribute to your families, friends, your lecturers, advisors, mentors, all who encouraged and supported you during your time here on campus. I know that it was not an easy road for you, but you persevered and now you've succeeded. I wish you further success in your careers and your personal lives in the years ahead. In the University of Life, there may be even greater challenges. Your training should serve you well to navigate these. But in whatever you do, I urge that you do not turn your back on this, your alma mater, and your country, so that for what they have provided for you, this opportunity. I also feel privileged and honored as the President of the Republic of Guyana to deliver from this podium my first convocation address to the University of Guyana. This convocation comes on the eve of the University of Guyana celebrating its Golden Jubilee. 50 years ago, the then Premier of British Guyana, Cheddi Jagan, defied all odds and in the face of great hostility and opposition, moved to establish this university. That decision was grounded in the need to provide an opportunity for Guyanese doing well at GCE examinations to move on to a university education when they could not afford to pursue such studies abroad. And indeed, a very high percentage of our people could not have done so at that time. It was also preparing our people for independence, which was already seen as inevitable. At that time, we had very few persons with university education in our country. That decision has been vindicated, and the University of Guyana has had a remarkable history. In the 50 years of its existence, UG has produced thousands of graduates who have made significant contributions in various fields of national development. And we have also produced scholars of repute who have distinguished themselves both at home and internationally. The University of Guyana has a proud record. It has not been all easy sailing though. The university has also faced many challenges. However, it adapted to these circumstances and registered 50 years of academic accomplishments. This success has in great measure been due to the sustained commitment and resilience of its students, staff, faculties, and of course, the support of the government. I want to assure you that this government will exert all efforts to strengthen the University of Guyana. We will continue to work with the Council to provide support within our means to this institution. We are prepared to work with all stakeholders to ensure that the University of Guyana is transformed into a world-class academic institution. The world we live in today demands this because it is constantly changing and demands professionals who will be able to to be nimble and adapt to rapidly changing circumstances. Science and technology are playing a bigger and bigger role in economies, directly in production and in the productivity of our people. To build such an institution will take time, because such an institution will call for a lot of resources. However, we must lay the foundations for the modernization and improvement of this university so that it can eventually graduate to such an institution. We must unceasingly pursue our goals of turning UG into a top-class university among the best. It is necessary that this university improves through quantum leaps, because Guyana's development is at the stage where we will now increasingly be reliant on more highly educated working people. Indeed, our integration into the interconnected global marketplace will demand a variety of skilled and even multi-skilled persons, which can only be produced by an educational institution of the highest quality. Creating such an institution is not one without challenges. Today, higher education is facing a crisis in many parts of the world. I'm sure you must have heard of the demonstrations most recently in the United Kingdom, where the cap on university education has been lifted from £3,000 to £9,000 per annum. And in Chile, where the government barely provides any resources to the universities in that country. Indeed, the cost of university education over the last 25 years in the developed countries have risen by 440%. And that is why there is now a concern for the falling amount of enrollment in many institutions of higher learning. While our own institution may not be as grave, we cannot pretend that there are no problems. Hiding and pretending that there are no problems will not help the situation. Where problems exist, we must acknowledge and confront them. However, every problem provides opportunities for hope and reform. The University of Guyana must embrace hope and pursue reform as it commits itself to the provision of increased access to and the attainment of quality higher education at low cost. Today, I want to discuss briefly some significant challenges that stand in the way of these objectives. The most fundamental challenge facing the University of Guyana is resourcing the institution. The government, which owns the university, does not have an unlimited stream of resources to fund the university. We recognize the critical importance of higher education to our development, as I have just said. We will not understate that fact, but we also have an obligation